Hello students, I am Lovepreet from Harvard Convent Senior Secondary School, Bagaprana, and this is the video lecture of grade 10 physics. Today we are going to learn a topic of a chapter 4 reflection and refraction. So here we will recall what we have learned in the last lecture. We have learned a straight line. We tell this a ray of light. जो एक सिंपल स्ट्रेट लाइन होती है लाइक this is the factor of the light travel in the straight line. So a straight line of light, we will say this a ray of light, and the number of ray of light when combined, it will make a beam of light, and this is called a parallel beam. When the ray of light when the rays of light traveling parallel to each other, and when these rays are converging at some point or intersecting at one point, single point, the that beam is called a converging beam. And when light rays diverging from a single point, that beam is called a diverging beam. Okay. I hope you understand this concept, because मैंने तो रिकॉल किया है कि ये आगे हमें इस चैप्टर में ये इम्पॉर्टेंट है. अगर ये बेसिक क्लियर है हमारे, तो वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड ईजीली. सो आज का टॉपिक है रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. सिंपल है, बेसिक्स हैं कि रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट क्या होता है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डेफिनेशन है द फिनोमेना ऑफ बाउंसिंग बैक ऑफ लाइट इनटू द सेम मीडियम बाय द स्मूथ surface is called reflection. Here I have a smooth surface, which is our mirror. Okay. Mirror has a smooth surface. A light which is like striking on the mirror is our incident ray. A ray which is striking on the mirror is called incident ray, and which is reflecting back or bouncing back is called our reflected ray. So here we have a incident ray, refracted ray, and a normal point. A normal point is called where incident ray is striking, where a point at incident ray is striking. Here is called our P point. P point, at P point incident ray is striking. This is our normal, which is very perpendicular to the mirror, and it is bouncing back. Refracted ray is bouncing back in the same medium. So this is in the same medium. Incident ray, reflected ray, both are in the same medium, and in angle of point of incidence, here P called a point of incidence or normal. Okay, point of incidence or normal. And refracted ray, when a refracted ray makes an angle with respect to normal, is called our incidence angle, which is denoted by I. Here, when an incident ray making an angle with normal, that angle is called incidence angle, and the reflected ray makes an angle with the normal is called our reflected angle. Here some definitions of incident ray is light which falls on the surface is called incident ray, and reflected ray, light which goes back after reflection, is called reflected light or reflected ray. And what is the angle of incidence? The angle between the incident ray and the normal. I, Students, these definitions are very very important, because each and everything in this chapter is very very important. Okay, so it is compulsory to understand each and every concept in the depth. So our next is an angle of reflection, the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. And next is definition of mirror. Here mirror are of many types, like plane mirror, spherical mirror. Spherical mirror आगे दो types के हैं, concave and convex. Here we will understand only a plane mirror, where surface of a mirror is plane, when a surface of a mirror is plane, that mirror is called a plane mirror. Here the definition is, if the reflecting surface is a plane, then the mirror is plane. These are very very simple definitions, but we have to concentrate on them. नेक्स्ट इज अवर लॉज ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. ये आपने ऑलरेडी किया, दोनों टॉपिक है, रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट एंड लॉज ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट ऑलरेडी किए हैं आपने अपने 8th क्लास में. तो ये है फर्स्ट लॉ कि व्हेन एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस इज इक्वल टू एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस इज इक्वल टू एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन, एंड व्हेन अ लाइट रे when a ray light is incident on a mirror, incident mean it is striking on a mirror, it is reflected from the mirror in such a way that angle if incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. कि angle ऑफ आएगा यहाँ पे angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So every time when we are saying like incidence ray is striking at the 45 degree with the normal, with respect to the normal point, so angle of reflection on the other side, angle of reflection is also 45 degrees. So second law is our the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal point or point of incidence. These three configuration, like 3 points, are lie in the same plane, or everything, incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal or point of incidence all lie in the same plane. And next is our types of reflection of light. रिफ्लेक्शन कैसी कैसी होती है, लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमारे पास है रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन, जिसे हमें स्मूथ रिफ्लेक्शन भी कह सकते हैं और स्पेकुलर रिफ्लेक्शन भी कह सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट है डिफ्यूज्ड रिफ्लेक्शन. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे कि रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन है क्या. द रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट फ्रॉम अ स्मूथ सरफेस टेक्स प्लेस इन अ रेगुलर फैशन एंड दिस रिफ्लेक्शन इज कॉल्ड रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन. कि मैं ये कह सकते हैं कि हम कि जो रिफ्लेक्शन एक स्मूथ सरफेस से होगी, लाइक इन द फर्स्ट डायग्राम, व्हेन द इंसिडेंट रे इज स्ट्राइकिंग ऑन द मिरर, प्लेन मिरर, इट इज़ बाउंसिंग बैक, और इट वी कैन से दैट इट इज़ रिफ्लेक्टिंग बैक in a smooth fashion or in a regular fashion. So we can say that that reflection of light is called regular reflection. Here is our example, like incident beam of light is striking on the mirror and it is reflected back in a regular fashion. कि जैसे वो इंसिडेंट स्ट्राइक करेगी उसी से एंगल, सेम एंगल पर वो बाउंस बैक हो जाएगी. ठीक है, जितने एंगल पर वो स्ट्राइक करेगी उतने एंगल से वो बाउंस बैक रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाएगी in the same medium. So here it is our first type of reflection. Second is our diffuse reflection. When the surface is rough, and in this type our reflection will be not a smooth, it will be diffused, like in this diagram. And we can't say that when the incident angle is equal to the reflecting angle of reflection. Angle of incident is not equal to the angle of reflection in this type of diffuse reflection. Here the definition is the reflection of light from a rough irregular surface takes place in a random manner. Random manners mean we can also say that in the diffused reflection, or in this case the angle of incidence is not equal to the angle of reflection. So it is a reflecting is a irregular from the irregular surface. Reflection of light is from the rough surface or irregular surface takes place in random manner, and this reflection is called diffused reflection. So students, all this is very very important. You have to learn it, and also you can also write on your copies. Okay, so it is important to concentrate on each and every definition of this video, and Actually, this chapter is very important in the physics. So you have to understand each and every concept. So thank